Hello everybody! Welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft series. This is episode 3 now, I believe. And this is going to be a rather short one. I know that last episode was, shorter than episode 1, but really all I want to do today is build the horse pen for our horse. I want to build that. So let's try and find a spot for it. We'll get straight into it. We'll try and find a spot for it. I do want to keep it in the jungle. Actually, I kind of just... Oh, that's a creeper. Oh yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't believe I slept on night 9, so... Just so we can get started with this video a little easier, I'm going to sleep. Oh, I'm inside of Leo, unfortunately. Okay. What do we have smelting here? Ah, it's iron. Okay. Alright. We're gonna get some bones here. Let's get some of that. Very nice. No bones, but I can live with that. Okay, we did get a bone. Very nice. So one of the things that I wanted to build this horse structure out of is... Well, really, I just want to use the same materials that I used for this house here, as well as the, this is the mine shaft, and as well as the house. I want to use the materials I used for those two. Keep it in kind of theme. Okay, I'm trying to think about where I want this house to be, and probably gonna put it... Maybe somewhere over here would be good. Yeah, I can see it being, like, right here. And we'll obviously have to flatten this terrain out a little bit, so let's just get started doing that. But yeah, I think I want to put it here. Let me clear this grass a little bit. And I just gotta clear these trees a little bit. Okay, that should be good. Some dirt here. Try and make it look a little bit natural. I don't want to make it cut off at like a sheer edge. Keep a little bit of natural look. I think that's a good idea. I noticed. Go make another shovel. I noticed last time that the audio was a bit overpowering in terms of my voice. So I'm trying to speak a little louder to see if that fixes things a little bit, but we will have to wait and see how that is on the output. Okay, there we go. We can round this off a little bit as well. But yeah, like I said last time, one of the main reasons why I'm making this series is so that I can practice with editing and audio mixing and all of that stuff, because I think it would probably be helpful to have those skills. So just getting more practice in for that is, one of the main reasons why I'm doing this. Another reason why is because I do want to maintain this world for quite some time. And documenting it and like having videos of everything that happens in the world is going to be a good way to keep me motivated, because I can go back and look at the progress, see how far I've come. Tomorrow is the 29th of May, and on that day we're going to be watching, me and some friends are going to be watching the Backrooms movie. It comes out tomorrow, and we got tickets to go see it at the AMC. Quite excited. I'm quite looking forward to it. There we go. You had to be here. You're not going to be in this house for much longer. But yeah, I'm excited for that quite a bit, because it looks really good. I've seen the shorts that the director of it put out. Very talented individual there. And I have high hopes it'll be good. I do have some jungle logs on me, so I can start getting a little bit of a plan laid out, but I really just want to keep this kind of small. We're going to have a little bit of a structure right here with an entrance. We can make it like 5 wide, but it has like a little room there. And then we're going to have it connected with fences like right here, so that the horse can like come outside and around and stuff. I think that's a good look. Okay, we need more jungle logs, but I think that's a good spot for it. Ah, I have a stack of them. Good. While I have a moment, I'm gonna go see if that tree that I planted grew. Ah, it did. I'm pretty sure this is where it was. So, got a new tree here. Very nice. You'd love to see that. One of the things that I did want to do today is go replant some of the birch trees that we deforested. I don't want to leave that place too rummaged. So we'll see if we can do that a little bit here. Put the door on the side right there. And I am out of stone, so I need to go grab some more. Okay, now let's go get ourselves a door we can use. I believe we used the last of our 2 doors over there in that build, so we are going to need to make a new one. Got ourselves 2 new doors. Very nice indeed. I'm going to store some items in this bundle right here so that our inventory is not so cluttered. One of the things that I really want to do is, once I have finished building all of these, like, useful buildings that have, like, a purpose, I want to fill in some of the empty space with just, like, houses. To kind of give the feel that this is, like, some sort of village. I think that that's kind of a cool look that could be accomplished, so I would like to try for that. The sun is setting there, so might want to consider working on the mine shaft a little bit if we can, because we do need to continue building that down, and I even have the materials for it in my inventory still. But before we do that, I'm gonna go get some sand for the windows. You know, actually, instead of getting sand from there, I am going to take the horse out to that desert that we saw last time. Which I think would be a good place to just get a couple stacks of sand. I'll bring 2 shovels just in case I break mine. But during the night time here, we're going to work on the mine shaft. So let's get to work. Unfortunately, I was planning on using andesite for the roof. I do believe that was what I was going for. And I do not have any more andesite. So we're going to need to figure out what to do about that. So I'm going to have different little pit stops for strip mines to exist at different Y levels, and I believe that the first one we need is for copper at Y level 48. So we'll try and get down there. No guarantees, of course. Speaking of copper, got some right there. And there we go. That's andesite right there. I think the smart move, I mean, we really do need andesite, and it's right here anyway, so I'm actually just going to mine this out. It's going to be useful anyway, because we do need andesite for the horse pen. The roof is going to be andesite to kind of keep in theme, so mining this out now is just going to be helpful for us in the long run. And there goes the pickaxe, but we did get quite a bit of andesite there, which is quite good. Filled out with dirt. And I go back and make a new pickaxe. That wandering trader is still above our house. Still fighting this Enderman here. Would appreciate it if you would stay in front of the door so I could fight you. Hey, and we did get an ender pearl from that, which is quite good. We haven't been getting them from most of these Endermen. And we got ourselves a new pickaxe as well. We can go back and keep working on the mine shaft over here. We can actually keep digging down because we did get a couple stacks of andesite. That should be more than enough for what we're trying to do here. Okay, I'm back. Family just went to sleep, and they were just letting me know, so I'm gonna need to be a little quiet. I'm not gonna talk so faintly that it won't pick up well, I'm pretty sure one of my main issues last time wasn't so much the volume, but more so the enunciation, so hopefully this will be a little bit better in that regard. I will need to replace that light. There. Yeah, that works. In a couple of days here, I am going to be going on vacation. I believe I mentioned it in my first episode. But because of that, I'm going to be recording a few smaller episodes that I can schedule release. I'm really only planning to build that one structure today. So hopefully I can get that done within like 30-ish minutes. I believe after this mineshaft work is done, I'm just going to get straight into that and hopefully finish it tomorrow, like in-game tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I did run out of staircases just now, unfortunately. But before we leave, we can actually put some more rails in. Yeah, I can already tell this is going to be interesting. I like putting rails in my worlds. Okay, I'm going to go back to the base real quick and do some chest organizing while we still have nighttime to work with. But it is going to be day soon, fortunately. Ah, love the music in this game. If you are watching the video, I would like you to just leave a comment telling me what you think about the music being on. I know that sometimes people can consider it distracting. So let me know what you think. Do you think the music should be on? Turn it off? Should I get on the horse? I don't know. For now, I'm going to leave it on though, because I quite enjoy listening to it. And it adds some nice ambience to the game. And it's not too distracting. I keep it pretty low for you guys. Smelt some copper right there, and then should be doing alright. I know a couple episodes ago I did kind of blaze the bundles. I think they're a really good addition, but I will say I do wish that there was a way to store tools in bundles so that I could keep spare tools in like one slot. Because the way it is now, I need a lot of inventory space, so I don't typically keep a lot of spare tools where I otherwise would. And I think having that as an option would be good for the player experience. You need 4 pieces of glass for the structure here, so at some point I am going to need to go get sand. I did say I was going to go to the desert, but at this point I might not. I might just leave the glass empty for a minute. I might just leave the frames there. And then in the next episode, I can make a journey out to the desert and do some exploring. Could have episode 4 be an exploration episode. That would be really easy for me to film as well. And I can just commentate over it. So I think that's probably the idea. So for now, the windows are going to be left blank, but there will be glass there. Do not be alarmed, my friends. We'll put glass on the roof there. I did have an idea just now for something that I can do with the structure over there, but I'm going to leave that as a bit of a surprise, because frankly I don't really know how to describe it, so I'm going to just not until I have to. Okay, I'm going to make myself some fences here, so we can give that horse a little bit of a place to live. Trying to see. Think that's good? I think I like that. And I would also like to put some fences here, so that the horse has a little bit of a, so that there's a little bit of space for the horse can't get. And part of my idea as well actually requires a ladder, so instead of having a window here, this is going to be a ladder. So we're going to need to get some ladders as well. But so there's a couple of things that I need to go get from the house real quick for this part of the build. Get ourselves some ladders there. I'm making your house, horse the horse. Don't you worry. Put some torches on the side of the posts here. I think that looks pretty good. Put a torch right here. Torch right here. Got our fences. We should probably make some new torches as well. That looks pretty good if I do say so myself. Put the ladder right there. Let's go get some andesite as well, so we can start doing some roofing action. I'm not actually going to put the roof in yet, though. I'm just going to have it there. And I do have quite a bit of leftover andesite slabs from last time because of our stuff that we did with the granite there. So I'm going to probably be using those as well. Get ourselves a little more cobblestone. Inside roofing will just look like this. Clean and simple. Kind of matching what we did over there with the other building. You might be able to see what I'm doing. But we are making a second floor to this lovely structure here. But I did unfortunately run out of jungle logs, so I'm going to need to go harvest some more. Quite happy that we spawned in a jungle, because cocoa beans are often one of the harder things that I need to get for the dye. It's one of the reasons why I was so happy to see that desert biome. Getting those cactus for the green dye is often a bit of a pain. It's also just a good place to get sand as well, so, you know, can't really go wrong with a desert. Another great thing about these jungle trees, as you can see, is that I'm able to just climb up the vines and get to the top easily and then dig down, which is a lot more efficient than the usual digging a little bit and then building up and then digging the rest and then having to build down. It's just a lot less tedious. When I have this wall right here, and hear me out, what if this wall was a map wall? It had a map of the surrounding area. I think that would look really cool. And I think that's definitely what I'm going to do. One of the things that I want to do in episode 4, besides just exploring, is do a little bit of furnishing, because I did leave the inside of the mine shaft, and I'm going to leave the inside of this base a little bit barren for a little bit. Simply because I don't have access to a lot of the materials I would like to use to furnish these places. Like, I don't have maps right now, and I don't really have an easy way to get maps at the moment. But, you know, I'm going to try and furnish a little bit in episode 4. It really shows how resource intensive these builds are, because, I mean, this small little, like, 6x6 roof here has basically used up all of my andesite slabs. I mean, granted, we did build some stuff right here as well, but still, it does take a lot of resources to build these kinds of projects. I do quite like the look of that, though. I think that that looks pretty nice. But I'm not just going to make this rough transition here. I'm going to put a little bit of trapdoor action there. I think that would make it look a little nicer. So let's go get some trapdoors and add that to the base right there. Ooh, I'm running quite low on jungle wood, unfortunately. Not gonna be enough. Here you go. Frankly, I kind of need to chop down one of the big trees, so go about doing that. There we go. I think that makes the transition a little smoother if you can see the vision. Very nice, very nice. This is quite a small jungle tree right here. I think that's what we're gonna go for, because I don't want to be stuck chopping down a tree for too long. I do believe that we are being chased. There he is. There's my axe. Luckily I brought a spare, because I knew that this would happen. And look at that. I believe we're already at the top. Very small tree indeed. Good for us, though, because we don't want to be spending too much of our time chopping down a tree for what's supposed to be a bit of a shorter video. We might need to come back here and make sure that these leaves decay properly, because there are a little bit of connecting points that might cause some issues, but we'll let it decay a little bit first and then come fix it later. There we go, that's more than enough jungle logs for what we're going to need to build today. See some creepers around the base over here, so just to avoid blowing it up. Yep, you're not slick, buddy. You brought your friend too, I see. I have a thought, a sneaky little thought. To aggro the skeleton. You might be able to see what I'm doing. Oh no. Come on. There's the creeper. Ah! Got caught by a stupid block. You're not hitting me. Nope. I gotta patch this up. That's really frustrating. That makes some more andesite slabs because we did run out, unfortunately. If that's not enough, I'm gonna be quite surprised. If I'm not mistaken, we did harvest some not jungle logs, we harvested some bamboo at the very beginning of the world. And so I might be able to use that to make some scaffolding blocks so that we can get a little bit easier access to the roofs of our buildings and stuff like that. And it is late at night, and I could have sworn I just heard a very distinct knock on my door, which definitely wouldn't have picked up in the audio, because, I mean, like, there was knocking in the other video and it didn't pick up either. So, I don't know. Making me a little freaked out. And I know that's kind of stupid, but, you know, it's late at night, so can't help but be a little bit paranoid. Oh my god. See, whoa. That could have been bad. Why did he not even try? There's everywhere in this area, man. I was gonna make a compilation of me just getting blown up by creepers, because it keeps happening. Oh. Let's see. Well, I might have made trapdoors for nothing then, but I guess we can still do the stair supports like that. Doesn't look too bad. I do wonder what I did differently for the other one. Where did I place the first part of the roof? I just placed it one block up. Ah, who cares? Looks alright. Spider real quick. If I'm not mistaken, we are getting pretty close to being finished with everything that we needed to do today. And I did say that this was going to be a bit of a shorter episode, but still a little surprised. We just did a double check of everything. Yeah, we got the interior stuff going on here. We have what will be the map room. We have the spaces for the glass, which we will get next time. A little outside area for our lovely horse. Now let's just take a quick look at the exterior, see how we're looking. Quite nice indeed. Do like that quite a bit. Although, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe I forgot to put torches upstairs. Nap room. Okay. Let's get our horse in there. Hey, buddy. Ah, just had to do that one more time on our way out. Stop. Okay. And he's in. Welcome to your horse. Your home. Your horse home. Horse, the horse has a horse home. We can repair our house a little bit here. Very nice indeed. Look at him. He loves it. I think. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. And, you know, we'll furnish this thing, of course. Give it a little bit of decoration and stuff tomorrow. But I think that is going to be where we call it for the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this one is a little bit shorter. By the time you're watching this, I'm actually not going to be at my house. I am going to be on vacation, so hope I'm having a good time there. But in the meantime, we'll see you guys again for the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.